Yo, low key, Joe Budden should have gave those bars. You know how they said Meek tried to go to Quentin Miller for bars? Meek should have went to Joe Budden. Those bars are flames. Yo, he exposed Drake and like some people didn't appreciate my title, but again, even though throughout the video I said that Drake did not need to respond. The song, the first one that he did at Drake was fire. This is also fire. He's spitting a lot of facts. You know what I mean? Like, I think people with common sense realize that The Weeknd kind of drifted apart or possibly didn't sign to OVO. Not for no business shit. Because he ain't want his shit all be going to Drake. You know what I mean? He's like, party next door, giving you all this shit. He's talking about P3. P3 probably was, you know what I mean, on if you're reading this is too late and views. It's a lot of stuff that I think a lot of people agree with. But again, like as I'm saying, it's a good diss. You see, I like bars. I like clever bars that shows you're thinking just beyond a deeper level than fuck you. I like it. And I know Drake my favorite rapper. I love this song. I love the first one. The bars I'm hearing, and it's only my second listen. I've been listening on stream. It's fucking dope. But here's the bad thing about it. It's gonna get washed away like the first one did because there's not enough reason to sustain and require a response from Drake. Drake could win this beef by not win this beef because it's not a beef. But he could win in the situation by not responding. If he responds, that's when he loses. Unless he responds and literally, and actually, he can't even respond to a back-to-back song. Like Meek, he could have gave him a back-to-back because Meek didn't even respond to Charged Up. So he said, all right, I'm gonna hit you with the singing nigga and the real nigga shit. And it's a club banger. Now, Joe gave you so much bars, you got to kind of come back on some 4 p.m. in Calabasas, 6 p.m. in New York, 5 a.m. in Toronto type shit. And I don't see Drake doing that because in reality, like, if he plays the game that Joe Budden wants him to play, it's going to be boring. Budden's going to give you a bunch of bars. I like bars. If you're a real fan of hip-hop, you should like bars. I don't say real fan. If you're a fan of, like, traditional, like, beef, when it comes to MCs, you should appreciate bars. But I don't think that's where the culture is at now. And I don't think Joe Budden, he doesn't have a reason. Like, the reason isn't good enough. Meek had a reason. We had a reason to be like, yo, nah, we gonna hold you to the fire. You said that nigga wasn't writing, but then he flamed your ass. What you mean? So that's just what it is, man. Now, listen, I admit Budden dropped fire, but again, it will not be resonating the same way had Meek said it because we don't see the reason. Like, if Nas came out from nowhere and dissed Drake on some ridiculous song, we'd be like, damn, that's dope. But then we can't even see the reason why they even beefing. With Meek and Drake, we're like, all right, one nigga says he doesn't write. The nigga say he about to show him that he writes. So that's just what it is, man. Somebody said, wasn't that supposed to be a Meek diss track? No. He mentioned Meek, like, just like the first one, part 1, or Making a Murder part 1, he mentioned Meek slightly in the beginning, but then he's going at Drake for the majority of it. And maybe that's why Zombie's girlfriend is Marissa Mendez. Is it really? Which is a co-host of, is it really? Well, maybe Joe Budden might have fucked up the situation then, because listen, knowing how Drake is so powerful, yo, I imagine Zombie to tell his girlfriend, I'm tossing you into the bushes. I ain't going to be aligned with nobody that's dissing Drake. Yo, Drake just doesn't take L's. I don't know what it is, man. Drake will get niggas to switch up on their mama. When I saw Drake, when what's that nigga's name? The fucking Zumba instructor? When Mo G started speaking out against Drake, Mo G's own crew took Drake's side. Like, yo, put it like this. If you know a nigga like y'all only see him once every, like, 2 months, right? But you and your niggas, y'all kick it every day. Every fucking day. You and that other nigga start beefing, and your whole crew publicly takes the other guy's side. Crops you out of a pick like they don't even fuck with you. What type of power is that, man? I don't even want to entertain the Illuminati nonsense, but god damn, what the fuck is going on? Just think about it. They literally cropped this thing. Yo, his own crew They're all in Toronto because they ain't flying nowhere else. What the fuck? Well, actually, he just went to Ethiopia or some dumb shit, but they're all there together. They crop you out of the pick for a stranger. Drake got some type of power that, because I think a lot of people see Drake like he's the biggest in the game. They don't want to cross him. And especially they don't want to cross him on some Beanie Siegel shit. Do y'all remember Beanie Siegel? Beanie Siegel crossed Jay-Z as a pawn in 50 Cent's scheme, thinking 50 was going to topple Jay, even though Jay didn't even really respond to it. You can't topple Jay. Jay was already a businessman. Basically, these new niggas who fuck with Drake, I don't know if Drake is doing cleanup work, but they're smart enough to know I don't directly have a problem with Drake because I ain't calling him out. So when you do call him out and you throw my name into it, I ain't going to be just co-signing the shit because my relationship with them is worth something. Somebody says Joe Budden that guy. Yeah, Joe Budden, listen, the bars is dope. The bars is dope, but who's going to care? Somebody said put that little boom joint on YouTube. Yeah, I'm going to chop this shit up. It's going to be on there. It's going to be on there. It's going to be on there. Somebody said Beanie got GOAT movies. Yeah, Beanie do got the state property joints are like GOAT. Come on now. Yeah, Mochi took it, but think about with Drake though. It's the same yo, Mr. Vegas jumps out like he's defending the culture because it's not even low key because everybody knows. That's why you had some people who had Jamaican influence coming on here like, yo, Akademiks, why aren't you mad? Because the entire country, the culture of dancehall was tight over that. Why ain't Popcorn on the record? Why ain't Popcorn on the record? But I knew what it was. I'm like, knowing how Drake works, if the nigga ain't mad himself, don't speak for the nigga. What happens? Popcorn says, stay the fuck out of my business. The next week, the One Dance video just got shot with One Dance / Controller. Who was there in South Africa shooting that video with Drake? Popcorn. Maybe they won't even make the video for the real version or the one that made the album. Maybe they use Popcorn's version for the fucking video. Now, who looks like a fucking idiot? Everybody who tried to beef with Drake for the guy who's going to be with Drake. So, I don't like how Joe Budden used Zombie because I don't think Zombie got no problems with Drake. Because if he did, he would have spoke up verbally. That's his time to like... For a disgruntled artist, that's your time to kind of hop out and get on your own. Play Fuck KD. I'm about to play.